Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Leo and let's do some more Leetcode problems today. Today's problem is called number of substrings containing all three characters. We were given a string S consisting only of characters A, B, and C, and we're asked to return the number of substrings containing at least one occurrence of all these characters, A, B, and C. Okay, so it says at least. That means whenever we find a substring that contains A, B, C, everything that comes afterwards can be counted as a valid substring. Okay, just to keep that in mind. Let's take a look at an example here. We're given the input S as ABC, ABC. And the number of valid substrings is 10. Okay, and we can count from here. We have ABC and ABCA, ABCB, ABC, ABC. Okay, sorry, that's ABC, ABC, ABCA, ABCAB, ABC, ABC. Okay, and next we have BCA, BCAB, BCABC. Okay, next we have CAB, CABC, and at last we have an ABC. Okay, which is a duplicate, but it's okay in this case. So we got 10 in total. And let's take a look at example here. We have this one, right? But the thing that we have is AAACB and AACB and ACB. Okay, so it contains at least this substring, and everything comes forward and backward will be counted in our as a valid substring. Okay, and here we have ABC, which is pretty obvious. We have only one. Okay, so how should we approach this problem? This looks very much like a sliding window problem because we're building the sliding window from left to right. And once we found a valid substring, we can directly count the number from this substring, okay? And then we can do some modifications to this window and then shrink from the left to see if the new window is still valid, okay? If it's valid, we can count again and then we keep moving, okay? Same thing with this. We have a window here, okay? So we have a window. Is it valid? No. We'll keep exploring. Is it valid? No. We'll keep exploring. Okay, so this is a valid one, and we count it as one. Okay, then we shrink from the left. Is this still valid? Yes. So we do the count again. Okay, we add it up to our total numbers. And next, we shrink again. Is this still valid? Yes, so we count it to our total number. And then we shrink again. Is it valid? No. So we jump out of the loop. Okay, so this is pretty straightforward. Let's code it out. Okay, so this is a sliding window problem, and I will initialize our sliding window at first. Okay, so first let's record the length of the input string. And we will have a left, we will have a right, which all starts from the leftmost. Okay, and we will have a frequency array to record the frequency of each character here, okay, ABC. And we will have a separate function that checks if the current window is valid. Okay, so once we have the frequency, we will know if the current window is valid. Okay, so yeah, we have the frequency and we have a total number. Okay, okay, so for sliding window, we will say right is less than length, And now we will start to accumulate the sliding window, okay? So now we have the character. The current character will be character at right, and we'll record it in the frequency map, in the frequency array. So that is the current character minus A and incremented, okay? So next, we will do the checking. If it is a valid window, we will calculate its number and then shrink from left, okay? If it's not, we'll just keep moving, okay? So now we have the other logic here. So while, let's call this function has all characters in the frequency array, if it is valid now, we can directly subtract the right pointer from the total length, okay? Because we know that everything that comes afterwards will be valid here, okay? So total, we'll add length minus right, okay? And then what do? We shrink from left to see if it's still valid, okay? So we will shrink from left character, s dot character at left. So we decrease its frequency in the frequency array, and then we shrink from left, okay? So yeah, once we are out of the loop, that means we have explored to the end of this input string, okay? So now we can return total, okay? And now let's write this function as all characters. It's going to be a boolean, of course, and okay, so basically we just have to check whether all three characters are present in the current frequency array, okay? So return frequency 0 is larger than 0, and frequency 1 is larger than 0, and frequency 2 is larger than 0. That's it. Basically, that's it. Okay, let's see. Okay, it passes the test cases. And let's analyze the complexity here. So we have a type complexity. Since it's a sliding window, in the worst scenario, we're only going to explore it once or twice, okay, between once or twice. So it's going to be on, and for space, we're not actually saving any extra space here, okay, so it's going to be O1. Let's submit it. Okay, perfect. It passes all the test cases, and the time is looking okay. All right. Thank you so much for watching. If you like the video, please like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in our next video.